And next, allow me to introduce his opponent into the red corner, Lerone Murphy. Live on Fight TV, our main event of the evening. Evolution of Combat presents 3 5-minute rounds of professional mixed martial arts in this featherweight title clash. Introducing first, in the blue corner, weighing in at 66 kilograms, representing EFR Belfast with a professional record of 7 wins and 4 defeats, James McErlean! Across the cage, his opponent in the red corner, representing All Powers Gym with an undefeated record of 4 wins and no defeats, Lerone Murphy! Our referee in charge of the action, Paul Crossley.
Handing over to Paul Crossley for our final event of the night. This is the featherweight pro MMA title for Evolution of Combat 2, live at the Carlton in Morecambe.
These fighters look ready to go. Lerone Murphy putting his undefeated win streak on the line here, 5-0 as a professional.
Versus James McErlean of EFR Belfast.
Nice leg kick there from
James.
5
of James's 7
Lerone
wins of via submission.
Head kick from Lerone.
Nope.
Vicious strikes landed there from Lerone.
Very, very smooth technical striking from Lerone.
James seems happy to be up against the cage. He doesn't seem to be circling enough. Lerone obviously wants to put him there. Body shots from Lerone. He might be going to the body, trying to try James out early.
Lerone seems very, very patient and just happy to take his time.
Lerone has landed some nice shots though.
He doesn't hang around. As soon as he feels the tide changing, he gets out. Good leg kicks from James McErlean.
Lerone pushing
which
forwards.
He continues with. And a clinch against the cage. Lerone with the double underhooks.
James trying to
work the trip there, and Lerone disengages.
Fighters back in the center of the cage.
From what we've seen of Lerone Murphy so far, he's a very technical, patient striker.
He pushes forwards. He lands those straight strikes, very precise.
He's happy just to let the fight go.
Body shot
oh, that was a
James.
nasty body shot. He felt that. He switched stance as soon as that hit.
James has a bit more experience inside the cage.
However, Lerone is currently undefeated with 4 wins and 0 losses, fighting out of All Powers Gym in Manchester.
Oh, Lerone follows up that missed kick with a straight 1-2. James launching back. James seems trying to be countering here. Every time Lerone throws, James throws to throw afterwards.
James must want to get this to the ground. He must realise he's not really getting the best of these striking exchanges. Lerone's just too clean, he's too technical.
I think early on, definitely. But in the last few moments of this fight, I think James has been landing a few.
He's definitely had a few good counters, but then Lerone's just out of there straight away. Let's bear in mind, Lerone is someone who 4 of his wins are by first round KO or TKO.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
one decision win.
Lerone's certainly got the harder strikes so far. Lerone's definitely landed the more flush strikes. Spinning kick, followed by a head kick from James, return. These guys are bringing it. They are not scared of one another. I mean, look at the vicious strikes that both are throwing. Lovely 2 lands from James.
James just caught on the end of a couple of strikes there as he moves backwards out of the way.
Spinning elbow.
Spinning elbow.
Wobbles James a little bit. Lerone jumps on him. Knee from Lerone.
To the face.
Get that Muay Thai plum. Lerone's backing up now.
James looks unperturbed.
Lerone seems, early on, Lerone was pressing forwards. Now he seems happy to let James press forwards.
He's an extremely patient striker. James is... Oh, I felt that. That was a hard body shot.
Lerone looks
James
very
has found
cool
success
right now.
with those leg kicks.
James lands a thudding kick as well. Lerone looks very cool and collected. Lerone has a trip. Oh, James kicks him as he
and James
gets
finally
back to
looking
his
to
feet.
take it to the ground, pinning Lerone against the cage.
Lerone's done a good job.
He's got the double
using
unders.
the cage, keeping himself pinned and using the cage to stop himself from being
using
taken
that
down.
head pressure there.
Vicious knee to the legs from James. Elbow over the top, head kick, and the
Lerone escapes, eat a few shots for his trouble.
And the parting. Lerone still looks very cool and collected in there.
I mean, both fighters look relatively unperturbed by what's gone on in this explosive first round.
James has thrown that a few times, a nice 1-2, and then a finish with a leg kick. Lerone turning on the pressure now.
Both
James
fighters absorbing shots here.
Oh, fakes the hand and comes up with a kick.
Fake.
That was a beautiful fake and then high kick there by Lerone.
James so far eating everything Lerone's thrown at him.
Credit to both fighters so far. They've both actually landed a few strikes each.
We've seen some fantastic technical striking here tonight from 2 very high-level MMA practitioners. Oh.
Oh, James. And
James
some
throwing
hard
against
body
the cage.
strikes then. Good job by Lerone circling out.
Circles out. He throws again.
Oh, 2 elbows landed there. They both went for the spinning hit. Both of them actually landed.
Just after the bell. Neither fighters seem to be particularly bothered.
I tell you, that was a hell of a first round.
That was a hell of a back and forth. Technical striking from both parties.
I'd have to say the edge probably went to Lerone.
I would agree, yeah. James really, on paper he's got the edge on the ground. Lerone with 4 first round knockouts. James with 5 submission victories.
But in that match, I would say Lerone was slightly ahead in terms of aggression and landing the harder strikes. James had no problem hanging in there though. Threw back some nice strikes. There's lovely combinations. He kept landing a 1-2 followed by a leg kick.
That fake for the high leg, the high
Lerone,
round kick, that was absolutely beautiful.
Lerone pretended to throw the overhand right and came up with the leg kick. Very Carlos Conditi.
And we continue now going into the second round.
Both fighters just look completely like at home in this cage.
And we are off, round 2. Lerone takes the center. More of those leg kicks from James.
Oh.
The trade against the cage.
Lerone with the elbow there, stepping in,
the
spinning
stepping
elbow
back kick,
from Lerone.
just misses it.
James threw the first elbow side.
Both fighters swinging.
I tell you what, this is they're throwing 8 limbs. You know, they're throwing elbows, knees, punches and kicks. These guys are mixing it up, and they're taking new tricks out of their bag even now. Even in the second round, they're trying new techniques, new feints. Jumping knee from
Lerone. Smothers James against the cage.
I don't know if it's adrenaline or they just got such a high pain threshold that they've both landed some kicks and they just seem to they're still both in it, very much in the fight. One, two, followed by a high kick that time.
It's a combination we've seen before from James, and he uses it again.
James just landed some nice combinations. Oh, James is on the back.
Look for the takedown, gets to the back.
Levine using the cage to pin. James looked for the sweep. Didn't quite get it.
James must be thinking he needs to get this to the ground at this point.
I mean, James has had a hell of a round on his feet in this round.
He has.
But,
he's shown that he can definitely hang with Lerone on the feet. He's not looked in danger of being knocked out or finished at any point.
I would say in this round, James has probably had the minor advantage. Lerone might have something to say about that now. Comes in with the chopping leg kick. James takes a breather there. Lands a nice jab.
How red the face of James is. He's really absorbed a lot of punishment.
Body shot followed by a leg kick there. That body shot landed. Lerone retaliates with the left. Body shot of his own.
James looks again.
Lerone looking for the Muay Thai plum. James swims in, pins Lerone against the cage, landing elbows from that clinch position. Lovely strikes from James. James is coming back. James has really come back this round. He's landing these vicious strikes. Catches Lerone there.
Gets him
Lands
against
a heavy knee. Lerone is bringing the pressure.
Letting go.
Lerone is landing here. Sorry, James is landing. Lerone is in trouble here. Lerone trying to grab a hold of James.
Lerone just tries to smother him, and Lerone looks to get to the body lock from the back. Excellent work there from Lerone.
Just as it looked like he was in deep trouble, Lerone manages to take the back.
And Lerone looks to finish the takedown, smothering James against the cage. Both fighters wearing the red on their face. Both fighters showing an incredible ability to absorb damage.
Absorb and dish it out, right?
Yeah.
Manages to
Lerone finally finishes the takedown.
He just dragged him to the mat and instantly passed his guard.
Landing in side control.
James is in a bit of trouble here.
Oh, Lerone in a fantastic place here just to rain down hell.
The cage is stopping James from escaping. Lerone is now on
James manages to turtle.
Lerone looks like he's looking to get a hook in. He's got the seatbelt. Takes a go of it. He's happy just to be heavy on James. By this point of the fight, this is coming up towards the end of the second round.
James manages to turn. He's still been caught.
Lerone just making James take his body, take his weight. Looking to land the odd shot underneath the armpit, the odd uppercut. James back to his feet now.
Every movement James makes, Lerone is punishing him for it. James manages to get back up. He's got the whizzer, and Lerone takes him down again. You are not going anywhere.
James, Lerone posturing up, lands some lovely strikes there. James back to his feet.
Still
James looking for the elbow. Lerone doing a good job hiding his head. Those elbows aren't really going to connect with anything.
Lerone not letting go with that body lock.
Looking for the ankle pick, and then let's go. And
more shots to the face.
James finally gets back to his feet, manages to get his back to the mat.
How much damage has James McErlean eaten? And they disengage.
James was winning the stand-up striking before that grappling exchange. James moving forwards.
10 seconds to go.
Heavy kick landed by Lerone. That hurt James. That hurt me. Lerone lands some heavy strikes. Oh, and at the end of the round there, James complaining about shots to the back of the head, but I don't think there was anything too egregious.
Very marginal. And the damage that James has absorbed, he's not even wearing it that bad. I mean, you can tell he's been in a fight, but
I tell you, in that round,
the amount of damage he's absorbed there from Lerone, you would have expected him to be just dripping.
He really has that warrior mentality, because I tell you, if I got hit by one of these kicks, I'd be out of this match by now. James gets kicked and he just continues to bring it. In fact, I think in that round, I think James actually dished out more punishment. There's a particular time that forced Lerone to grab a hold of James, and that was when James was unleashing fury with his strikes.
They've both found success in the stand-up.
I'm keen to see what this third round will bring. Both fighters still appear to be very much in the fight.
And I guess it's just who can absorb the most punishment at this point.
should be worth noticing. Lerone has one decision win. All his other wins come from first round knockouts. So he's not used to being in the third round.
He has had a decision win before, so this looks like it could possibly be what he's aiming to get this time. Both fighters start again. Stalking around the center. Neither looking particularly fatigued, both looking very athletic still. No one particularly flat-footed.
I think if either of these fighters has to finish the fight, it's probably James. Given that the first round, Lerone really dominated with his striking a bit more. The second round, Lerone managed to get that cage control.
I think he had a fantastic moment of ground and pound there, which lasted for a very long time. Don't count James out, though. He's still following up.
Yeah, he's bringing it. James is pushing forwards. James is certainly, at this stage, it seems to be the more aggressive. Landed some lovely elbows and the knees. Lerone retaliates with some nice body shots. Overhand.
Overhand. And Lerone swinging now. Still being intelligent with his approaches.
Remember the
James
story of
stalking the middle and he goes high.
Kick, roundhouse there.
Excellent shot.
Walking forwards, he likes that 1-2 and it finishes with a kick. He's done it a few times.
Yep. This seems to be the James McErlean combo.
We see some blood trickling out the right eye of Lerone there.
Both fighters bloodied up at this point.
This has been a brutal fight. Both fighters have shown some excellent skills and landed some awesome strikes.
Oh, and Lerone lands
pushing forwards now.
Multiple shots.
The start of this round, James was pushing forwards. Lerone now coming forwards, landing some nasty, vicious shots. Lerone pushing him. You see, Lerone looked like he was taking the back there. Decides to shoot down for a takedown.
His head is quite low. He needs to drop it a little bit further, and he finishes it.
Scoops him up there.
Scooped up.
Lands in the full close guard of James.
Close guard of James McErlean.
James looks like he's working some rubber guard here.
Yeah, interesting. Let's see if he can neutralize the ground and pound of Lerone with this rubber guard.
It might be a Noma Plata or a Gogo Plata coming up, and a shoulder lock or a choke. Lerone doing exactly the right thing, keeping his pressure forwards, keeping James pinned up against the cage, not letting him have much movement.
James keeps looking for that rubber guard. It's good for Lerone that he's right in his corner there as well.
Lerone lands a thudding strike there.
It's never good to have the coaches of your opponent right in your ear.
Lerone gets some space, some posture, lands a body strike.
James really is just stalling out here.
You would have to think
holding
that
Lerone in his close guard. Oh, he turns the corner somewhat.
I think James is trying. I think James is looking for some submissions.
He's definitely trying to open
movement.
things up. He's looking for angles, but he's just not quite finding anything yet.
Lerone probably knows that if the fight stays here like this, he will probably be getting the decision. Because again, he got the takedown. This is cage control. This is what the judges reward.
Lerone just sheer damage as well.
Yeah, James obviously clearly isn't in a great position here, but he's doing well. As you say, he keeps going for those angles. He's looking to generate some space, generate some attacks from his back. He's getting to his knees now. Lerone uses it to. Looks like he might pass the mount.
Well,
we might see.
Oh, are we going for?
We see a leg attack here.
Oh, he's going for the heel hook. He's going for the heel hook.
That looks to me like a. James Lerone needs to get that knee line out.
He needs to get that knee line out here. He's got that heel.
The heel is there.
The heel is in.
Lerone's doing some vicious heel kick strikes.
James
can
turn
at this stage, they're so sweaty. Lerone locks that foot up. James seems the more comfortable ground fighter. James does seem more comfortable in this position.
Yeah, this is a man with.
He's got that heel. He's trying to rip that heel free so he can do a heel, and Lerone
gets up.
Manages to get out. Both men exhausted. Lerone pushes forwards.
It's definitely a strong moment there for James McErlean.
Oh, Lerone lands a solid strike. Wobbles James a little bit.
And it's this last chance saloon for James McErlean.
Lerone starts celebrating for the end of the bell. What a fight.
I think both men are going to know they've been in an MMA fight at the end.
A big round of applause.
Ouch, that hurt me. Both fighters landed some vicious strikes. We saw some beautiful MMA there. We saw grappling. We saw some nice groundwork from James at the end. Both fighters are fantastic stand-up. What a match.
What a match. I think James probably realised after Lerone got out of that heel hook attempt that was kind of his last chance.
Even then, yeah, and Lerone landed a vicious strike at the end there that wobbled him. But to James's credit, I think Lerone maybe dominated the first round, or at least won the first round with his striking. James in the second round came back, and that's what actually led to Lerone looking for the takedown. James's vicious striking in the second round.
Lerone spitting out water that's red with blood. Both men were wearing the damage on their faces. Well,
Well, I think it goes without saying that our main event and our title clash has been fight of the night so far, ladies and gents. In this vacant Evolution of Combat Pro MMA featherweight title, we consult the judges' scorecards. It is a unanimous decision. To the red corner, Lerone Murphy!
Lerone Murphy becomes the very first featherweight Evolution of Combat title holder.
Probably one of the hardest earned belts matches of his career.
Thank you for everybody that's tuned in on Fight TV. My name is Lance Murdoch, Combat Sports MC, and I'll see you guys next time.
And that is a night. We had a fantastic evening of fights here. 3 pro MMA wars, 2 submission finishes. Espen Colvier versus Robbie Fallon. Kieran O'Brien versus Dalshed Murad. Lerone Murphy versus James McErlean. Goodbye to everyone watching on Fight TV. We'll see you next time. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. Leave us a hashtag on Facebook, Instagram.
Let's get a picture, everybody. Yeah, let's do that.
Evolution of Combat 2. We will see you next time.